Alright, hello everyone. We're back. It's week 6 now. We skipped week 5. We got a FFL win because Jew dropped and gave us the FFL. So we got a 3-0 win for free. It's a bit of a shame. I really wanted to play that match, but oh well. We got another good match this week. We go going versus Dodo. We're gonna and her team is Mega Venusaur, Scizor, Sylveon, Sharpedo, Terrakion, Arcanine, Raikou, Frostless, Noivern, Gligar, Girafarig, and Dracovish. Just for your information, this is no fish's friend, Dracovish, of course, because that thing is broken. So, first thing you might notice about the matchup. We don't have a flying type, and our psychic type is Mega Slowbro. Therefore, Mega Venusaur is a big problem. So, I built the team in a way where we can utilize Mega Venusaur's numerous practical weaknesses to our advantage. So, let's just get into it, huh? We got Sash Lead Greninja. We got U-turns called Taunt and Spikes. This thing is only here to set up spikes. And why? Because spikes in this game are really good. Their only defogger is Scizor, Gligar, and Noivern. And honestly, those have a pretty tough time getting a turn to set up. Or rather, to defog. Especially with me running Taunt. And also me having a Defiant Mon in the back. Scald is just if they go into Venusaur, I can burn it, which will help in chipping it down. U-turn is for momentum, and Taunt is for Frostless. Also trying to tap spikes. And as I said before, the fog. Now, this is the heat set of the week. Or, well, hopefully. I don't know what the sets of the week are going to be, but this is my heat set of the week. It's Torterra with a Yacht Berry, with Earthquake, Swords Dance, Rock Polish, and Natural Gift. So, you may notice that Dodo's only ground resist are Noivern and Gligar, which means that after I get an NSD, and maybe even a Rock Polish, on Mega Venu, because after a +2 I can 2-hit KO Max Defense Mega Venu, we just kind of sweep, no questions asked. As long as they don't bring both Gligar and Noivern, that'd be very bizarre, and I don't think that will happen. So yeah, Natural Gift Yacht Berry, that's an Ice-type 60 base power move, which will kill Gligar and Noivern at +2, or even +1, or +0 for Noivern, but I'm not sure on that one. What matters is this will help us deal with Noivern and Gligar, and this is going to be our main win con. Or well, our secondary. Main, yeah. We get to set up on most Venusaur sets, specifically those defensive ones with Leech Seed. Because, as you may see later on, they're probably going to want to run Weather Ball or Earth Power, but they can't run both without ditching Synthesis or some other move, or a Sab move. And that will help us, and that will just help Torterra set up more. As long as they don't have Toxic, Torterra can just kind of, and we're not in the sun and they have Weather Ball, Torterra can just kind of go ham and set up. Now, Scarf Passimian, it's just here to be just general U-turning and revenge killing Terrakion. Yeah, she can't switch in her de facto physical defensive. It's walled by Megavino, unfortunately. But otherwise, this can kind of go in. And we can just kind of U-turn on that, chip it down, and go into Torterra. And just take advantage of that. Now, Torko's here. It's just here to set up Sun. And to come in on Scizor and set up rocks and spin. We can get a Photoxic on Arcanine trying to switch in, which will help if they're Shuka to deal with Venusaur, or like Max Spadef. Now, AV Stack Attacker. Oh boy. So, Gyro Ball, always 2-hit KOs of Venusaur. And Venusaur can't 2-hit KO us unless they have Earth Power. And if they have Earth Power, they don't have other moves that they need. It also always comes in on Sylveon for free. Even if they're Weather Ball in the sun, we can just destroy them. It also beats non-focus blast Noivern. And it doesn't really she doesn't really have a switch into it, basically. Her switch in is Gligar, and, like, Intimidate Spam Arcanine. And maybe if you squint, defensive Dracovish, but that's just a maybe, and I don't think Dracovish will come. If it does, I will be very surprised, and impressed, honestly. Now, the last one. Classic Venusaur. It's got Growth, Sludge Bomb, Earth Power, Weather Ball. It hits everything for at least neutral damage. It can 2-hit KO Megavino at +2 with Weather Ball. It OHKOs Scizor in the sun. It outspeeds Tarak. It outspeeds +1 Sharpedo. It OHKOs Arcanine with Earth Power at +2. It's the same for Raikou. Frostlass, if it has Ice Shard and it's banded, that might be a problem. We can OHKO Noivern at +2. This is just our general like wall breaker. This is going to be what we use to get the chip in on stuff, and to be our preliminary sweeper before we send in Torterra. But yeah, this is a really interesting team that I built here, and I can't wait to test it out on Dodo. I'd like to see how well my heat turns out. So, good luck to Dodo, and yeah, let's have a good game. So, here we have the match. I recorded the match while it was happening. However, sadly, the audio didn't turn out right again, and instead of posting it with terrible audio, I decided to, it doesn't, I'll just record me talking over the replay. It's like it's like week 1 again. How interesting. It's a shame. There was a lot of fun stuff that happened in this game that, where my commentary would be very entertaining. So, let's see. You can see there's my team. I talked about it. I was just talking about it from the last part of the video. And Dodo's team. Dodo's team was very surprising. Specifically, 2 things. 1, Noivern. Noivern is here. Well, that's not the surprising part. The surprising part is that it's here, and Gligar is also here. I don't know why Gligar came, but what it did do, or what this specific team that we're facing does, is it totally kind of invalidates the Torterra heat, because Natural Gift can only be used once, and I needed to hit both Noivern and Gligar, so I could only use the heat after one of them went down. Other than that, it's about everything I expected. Reykjavik, I kind of saw coming, specifically for Gucci Wall and just the Sun Core in general. But yeah, let's just go more into detail as we watch the match. So, I lead off with Gucci Wall, and she leads off with Noivern. She breaks my assault vest, which honestly not really a big deal. You'll see later. No, I led Staka for two reasons. One, I had a feeling they would lead Noivern, and I didn't want to lead Greninja when they led Noivern. Secondly, they only had two things that could really uh, stop Gucci at the moment. Then those would be Dracovish and Gligar, and I didn't think she'd lead either of them ever. So let's keep going. So now I'm threatening Noivern with an Oko, and I know, okay, I know they're gonna switch. Then she knows I have an assault vest. She should know that Focus Blast does not kill. So she U-turns as expected. She goes into Gligar, and I miss a Stone Edge. It's unfortunate, but honestly, I probably should have just gone for Gyro Ball anyway. Because as we'll see next turn, we get knocked off, we lose the Assault Vest, and Gyro Ball does 50%. That's a lot of damage. That's probably, that tells me that it's not Fizz Def Gligar. So, I, uh, I don't remember why I went into Greninja here. Oh yeah, I remember now. I expected her to go to Roost. I expected her to use Roost, so I went in to Gren to get a free turn to set up spikes and scare that was called. But she U-turns, which is very unfortunate, but this is a very crucial moment here. I set up spikes on Dracovish, and Earthquake doesn't kill me. I set up another spikes, boom. This is, as the thumbnail says, this is, what do you call, like, this is a surprise tool that we'll use later. So, yeah, this is kind of like that. So I send in Torkoal. Rain Dance, that's pretty cool heat from Dodo. Props to her for bringing that set. I go for Lava Flow. I didn't. This is specifically because I didn't want Gligar coming in. I really did not want Gligar coming in because I didn't want it to defog away the spikes. I didn't get the burn, sadly. Now Gligar now comes in. So, and now I'm with Passimian. I wish Passimian had the Ice Punch. It doesn't for some reason. My moves I always click knockoff here. Get rid of Receiver Light. I pretty much think, okay, she's gonna defog. But then I remember, oh yeah, I'm Defiant. She's not gonna want defog in front of the Defiantmon. So we're pretty safe. This is a pretty good turn for us. She U-turns out into Noivern. She frisks the Choice Scarf. We go back into Staka, and Raikou comes in. So we go into Tort, and she goes into Noivern. So we're just switching around now. I go into Torkoal. If she Hurricanes, it has a 50% accurate. It has 50% accuracy. She for some reason does not defog here. That's very strange. It probably cost her the game. But now I see. Okay, this thing's probably gonna try and click Rain Dance. So I'm gonna just try to wear it down because it's gonna be a problem for the team. Or just wear down the entirety of Dodo's team. So I click Stealth Rock. Now I know that the mod that I think, okay, that's the only defogger she has, which is Gligar. Now I could just Hazard Sack her until her team crumples. Next, okay, she used Earthquake. Now she uses Skull. I go toxic now, so I can really whittle this Dracovish down. Now, okay, I switch now. Passimian's kind of useless now. It gets just kind of walled by Venusaur and Noivern, and since Tarak's not here, it's not really doing much. So we go back into Stacka. She didn't bring Focus Blast for some reason. She brought Taunt for some reason. She switches in Venu on Stone Edge. Again, I should have probably gone for Gyro Ball. So we go into Tort. This is my Venu check, and we take a lot of damage from Weather Ball. Now we're in a bit of a pickle, as you may see. Or well, Dodo's in a pickle, because she can either KO Torterra with Weather Ball this turn, or try to and basically resign herself to death next turn for by being revenge killed by one of the Mons. Or she can go use Synthesis in the rain, by the way, to get to not die, basically. As we can see, she decides to heal up, and we go for Rock Polish. Now, I'm going to make a bit of a misplay here. I didn't notice that weather's gone, which meant that Venusaur wouldn't really do much to me. So I could have just clicked Rock Polish again, or Swords Dance. I probably should have just clicked Rock Polish again to scout for Scarf Noivern, which, spoilers, that's what Noivern is, this game. But no, I just go for Earthquake. Noivern takes the Stealth Rock damage, Stouts the Yachtberry. We go for U-turn, we get outsped, she hits the Hurricane, we don't get to use the Heat. Very sad. But this is a free switch into Stacka, now it gets a free kill, basically. And again, shouldn't have risked the miss, but oh well. Now we get the +1 defense, it doesn't really matter, I switch out here anyway, go into Venusaur. Rain Dance is up. Now, I definitely should have just gone into Torkoal right now, because I know this thing probably has either Ice Fang or Psychic Fangs to deal with Venusaur, but I just stayed in anyway, because I knew at this point that Stack Attack had just won after Dracovish was dead, and it just dies soon. So, but really, if I wanted to preserve differential, I'd go into Torkoal here, and I don't know, see what happen next. Maybe go back into Veno. Probably that probably would be the better play. But alas, I click Sludge Bomb. It doesn't kill Dracovish. We barely survive a Psychic Fangs, and we kill with another Sludge Bomb, but we die to Life Orb. So Passimian comes in. The Spike Stack means we just get a free kill. I don't know why I went to Torkoal here, really. It was probably just to scout if no one had Focus Blast. I didn't really want to risk that. And also to just make it so Hurricane could miss on Passimian. But anyway, basically as we can see here, just Attacker just wins now. No two ways about it. So this game, firstly, thank you, my child, Gucci Ball. You are amazing. I love you. You did great. Secondly, this game is a showcase of why hazards are important, because and why you should actually use Defog on your Defogmon when you have 2 layers of spikes up on your side of the field. Because, as we saw, a lot of chip damage was taken in this game. Everything was whittled down. Dracovish, Raikou, most importantly Venusaur. No, that was important damage. I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, this is why hazards are important. And remember to run removal. I guess that's it. Subscribe or something. Keep looking. Join the Discord. Join the league. Watch me win some more times. Unless it's against Charles, and then I'll lose. Speaking of which, next week we fight Cross, which is last player. We still only won one game, and I got some pretty nifty sets prepared for that match. I also made some trades this week, so I'll show them off in the next video, or one trade, but you'll see. Anyways, have a good day. This is the video. Fare thee well.